Hey guys, what's up? It's Chris in real life, and this is Chiefs Talk. This is basically just a follow-up video of the Tyreek Hill investigation coming to an end, and the NFL making the decision on not suspending Tyreek Hill. So right now, this is going to be a deeper dive. So I've done quite a bit of research. I've emailed a bunch of people. I didn't think that anyone was going to respond to me. But I reached out to some sources that are with the NFL and with the Chiefs organization, and a few people came back to me, and the news that I got was actually kind of crazy. They're not releasing a lot of this information even to the general public. One of the big things being, when Tyreek Hill did his 8-hour investigation, he went through and did, they had hours and just non-stop. They had over 200 text messages, almost an hour-long's worth of different voicemails and audio recordings of Crystal Espinal basically making threats to ruin his career, acknowledging, some of the things that happened back in 2014 with Tyreek Hill being right, and we'll get into that a little bit later. But essentially, one of the main reasons that this went on for so long was because Tyreek Hill had a lot of evidence supporting that what she was saying wasn't true. Now, a lot of the people, or the people that did respond, they're not going into details as far as what was said 100%. They're not, quoting anything verbatim. So we won't probably ever get any of that, but what it says is, and this leans a lot towards the NFL's decision as far as, is Tyreek Hill a good dad? Is he a perfect dad? Probably not. I don't think that anyone's a perfect dad, and a perfect all the time in general. I have 2 kids, and I would definitely say that I'm not the perfect dad 100% of the time. So, is he 100% innocent? I don't think we're ever going to know, but as far as it stands right now, in the situations, as far as even 2014 and currently, I'm going to say with the investigation at hand, I would say Tyreek Hill is 100% innocent. I'm not saying he's 100%, the best father. Obviously, with the courts, Johnson County court system and the NFL, well, not the NFL, but Johnson County, in their investigations for child services, they do think that there has been a crime committed, and they are not pointing a finger at any particular person. They don't know who or how, but there is a form of a crime happening within the household. Now, knowing that the kid is safe now, that also went into the NFL making their decision. So, because they cannot conclude that Tyreek Hill had anything to do with any of these crimes, and no one can, they can't press anything towards that direction. So the NFL can't make a definitive answer as if he did. And when it comes to the other stuff that he said when the full audio was released, we got it about a month after the NFL even heard it. They've had their hands on it the entire time. They knew, and when they went through and did his interview, it was something that was already talked about. But the difference is Tyreek Hill had supportive evidence showing Crystal Espinal directly saying, texting, "I'm gonna ruin your career, X, X, and X." And so with that being said, and with the fact that it was a recording that very obviously suggests that Tyreek Hill was not aware of the audio being recorded, it's inadmissible in court. I mean, there's a very small, select few number of states that actually allow illegal recordings to be admissible as evidence that suggests anything. So even with the threat, which honestly, like I said before in some of the other videos, me listening to it, it sounds like a baited threat. And it does sound like a threat that means quite a few different things. It sounds like at that point in the audio to me that he already has evidence, and I'm assuming he, obviously with what she said and before that had happened, that she's going to ruin his career, that, you better listen to me and you better do this and that, and if you don't, this is what's going to happen. It sounds like, to me, when he says something like that, despite using the foul language, it sounds like, in my head, one of two things. It is, you better be scared of me, and this is why you can't hold a man, because he's willing to walk at any point, and other men have done so in the past. So when you listen to that full section of audio, to me that's what that suggests. And the second thing being, he's collecting this evidence to bring back on her. I think the biggest thing that Tyreek was worried about throughout the course of the entire thing was his NFL career. I don't think Tyreek Hill wants to be in the limelight for any of this any more than he has to be. I don't think that he's going to go back and have the courts rule differently, that he, is not guilty in this charge. I think they might get, I think that they might get like an affidavit or something that's altered that states that he's not, but I don't think that he's going to take her to court for, sabotage and, for a chance of, him missing playing time or just being in the media and it potentially ending up in some sort of negative facet. I don't think that that's what he wants to do. I think that he just wants to get it done and over with. He wants to play ball, and in this sort of situation right now, that's exactly what's happening for him. So it's just sort of frustrating that there are so many people that listened to the first half of the recording and painted a picture, and me being partially one of them, I did jump to portions of conclusions, stating like, oh, this again. But doing more research, talking to more people, sending out emails, getting more information back, it's very clear that he's very much innocent. And I think that a lot of people are upset because of the way that the NFL ruled their suspension towards Tyreek with past stuff coming up. The biggest thing you guys have to understand, especially with Ezekiel Elliott, is when the NFL are hiring outside sources and using their own resources to get information, when all this stuff was going down and Tyreek provided his evidence, one of the things after that big investigation or big interview happened for 8 hours and he provided all of his evidence, one of the big things that they did is they did try to reach out to Crystal. They did. That's part of their investigation. And it speaks more volumes. She didn't want to have anything to do with the personal investigators and being interviewed about anything, and her supporting her side of the story with any real officials at all. So to me, that speaks volumes. I don't know if she's, scared that she's going to fumble. She didn't want to reply. She didn't want to provide evidence. She didn't want to do anything. She just released this news snippet to the news station. The news station, she basically told, or this anonymous source basically told them what they want to be released as far as the child investigation, or the child getting hurt. Sorry, and that's it. And they took it and they ran with it, and they painted Tyreek in a bad light. It boosted ratings. More people were chiming in. They were getting more clicks on their website. It was all happening. So to me now, with her not responding and finding out, and they're not talking about this, she didn't respond at all. This went into the NFL's decision. She didn't want to talk to him. She didn't want to provide evidence. She didn't want to dispute any evidence that came towards her. It was silence. So to me, that speaks more volumes about the situation, and that went into the NFL's decision with not making a suspension. Not only are the medical reports stating that Tyreek Hill didn't hurt his kid, but on top of that, he provided evidence that stated what she was doing. She didn't refute. So all of these things went into hand. So when you're looking at the NFL making their decisions, Crystal's not backing up anything that he's saying. So now it's just a one-sided story. I have physical proof I have audio recordings from voicemails. I have text messages. I have statements. Here's all of my proof. This is how the audio was taken out of context. Do I use foul language? Yes. When I said that you should be scared of me too, I meant this or I meant this. I meant that, I understand what you're doing, and what you're doing is gonna backlash. You should be scared of me too because you keep doing what you're doing and saying all these things. When it comes down to it, I'm gonna get full custody of the kids, so you should be scared of that. It's a very broad sense. And when you look at the entire outlier and there never being any actual evidence of any physical or verbal, or not verbal, but any physical abuse that happened in that situation, and her not wanting to reply or respond to any of these questions that she's getting, what does that say to you guys? Honestly. So should he be suspended? He didn't bring himself into the situation. She brought him into the situation. She recorded that audio. Did he surround himself with bad company? Could he have done more to get himself away from false accusations? And especially if 2014 is true as well, which all signs point to it being true now. He did not hurt her. What would you guys say? I mean, how do you guys slap a punishment morally onto someone when someone else is bringing up these false accusations and all he's done has been 100% cooperative? And with these other football players, did they turn over their phones? Did they turn over all this sorts of evidence that proves innocence? Tom Brady case? No. They asked him, and when it turns up, sorry, I got a new phone and I broke the old one. Well, we already asked you for your phone. So why did we already ask you and then you destroyed it? Why did you get a new phone in the meantime? Or the Ezekiel Elliott case. In his case, the person that they spoke with, his girlfriend or whatever at the time, the person that was assaulted in that situation, they spoke with her like 6 or 7 times. Like, there was mutual cooperation. So when that other person provided their portion of the evidence, the NFL made their decision based on both sides of the story. So in this situation, they're only getting one side of the story with heavily weighed evidence and being 100% cooperative. So before you think that Tyreek Hill should have been punished in the suspension, do a little bit more research, or listen to what I'm saying in this video. Look at all signs. I mean, if you accuse someone of murder but you don't have any evidence to back it up, and you have no witnesses, you have nothing else, so I want you guys to look at all those things. So if you guys like what I'm doing, I've said it before, like, subscribe. I'm just doing this for fun. Comment what you guys think below. Do you think he should have been suspended? What do you think about the information that the NFL and the media is not really sharing? There are some places you are able to find the information. Just like myself, I found a bunch of this information just by research and by some of the sources that were in the in the interview, and that have knowledge on the situation. So other than that, let me know what you guys think. Comments. Do you think he should have been suspended? Do you think that things are going to turn up again? Are Chiefs going to win a Super Bowl? I certainly think so. Things look better now. So you guys have a good one, and bye.